2. So I've still got you stacked in. Okay, so part 2 with the celestial circuit, what do you do about it? So you can use any of the tools in your kinesiology toolkit to actually correct it. One thing you can do at home to rebalance your celestial circuit on a daily basis is have your hands over your base chakra and your tongue on the roof of the mouth. And by doing those, the tongue on the roof of the mouth is accessing the governing meridian. Hands over the base chakra is down near the beginning of the central meridian. So by doing that for full breaths of about 20, so doing it for say a minute or so, minute and a half, you'll actually re-establish the flow between your central and governing meridians so that it's flowing better. It helps to bring you back into your conscious brain and make you feel more grounded. So that's just a little tip for at home. So, but what we're going to practice is the best technique. Well, we'll see if it's out first. And the points that we use are the points in the groin. So I just gently touch it on the left to see if it's, so we know that the center of gravity is out on the left. That's where it's sitting at the moment. We need to pull it back. It doesn't mean we have to use the best technique on the left. It may be the left or the right. So we'll just see which one unlocks. And if not, we'll use something else. Okay, and hold. That's beautiful. So it's not the left side. And hold. So it's on the right side. Now the best technique is a bioenergetic reset tool, so it's something that helps to reconnect that center of gravity and also helps to bring back that center, you know, bring us back into balance. So we use the little point here, and then it's the kidney alarm point on the back, which is basically when you feel the waist, you go down to the table and just move your fingers in to wherever, you know, it hits where you meet the skin and the table. So nice and gentle, that's the kidney alarm point. And what you're doing with these is holding each one until they pulse. They're pulsing quite nicely. So then the next one is belly button and kidney 27. So we do each one, belly button and 1 kidney 27. And I like to do them separately. You can hold both, there they go. It gives me information with which ones take longer. Then we'll do the right one. Oh yeah, so that's pulsing really nicely. The next one is the xiphoid process. So that's where the rib cage meets in the center. It's sort of like a little ligamenty, bony protuberance, you know. So it's just, and people who are asthmatics, it's really tender. And I know that because I broke one once. Not on me, but on something else. I was at a kinesiology course, funnily enough, and the guy was being a bit of a show-off. I can say that. And he was being a bit of a show-off, and he was doing that process you do where you balance your body between 2 chairs 5 feet apart. So he had his shoulders on one chair and his feet on the other, and he was planking without chairs underneath him for the rest. And he got me to stand on his abdomen. Oh. And he was a tubby guy, and apparently I broke his xiphoid process. Anyway, so don't do that. Yeah. So they're pulsing nicely. Yeah, right, these are all moving beautifully. So they're pulsing nicely. Sometimes they can take a minute or two. So if you're not feeling the pulse, just hold it until you feel that move. Sometimes it's a sigh, sometimes it's a yawn, sometimes it's a burp. Sometimes you just energetically go, okay, that's that. Next one we're going to hold are the kidney 27s. And just up through that, the little skull bone connections from the hairline backwards. Yep, that's pulsing nicely. And I always finish with the emotional stress release points. It's not part of the best technique, but I do that because it's reintegrating the logical and creative connections in the brain. And once again, they're moving. Yeah, right, so your energy's moving really nicely. How's your anxiety these days?
Yeah, some days are better than others.
Okay. And how are you feeling today?
Good, actually, yeah.
Because I suspect on days when it's quite heightened, this would take a little bit of a while to sort of, but you know, but that's really nice because like even when Sanu does surrogate balances, she can feel when people's celestial circuit jumps in and out throughout the balance. So They tend to go. So now what I'm going to do is recheck CV6 and hold. That's locking nicely. Then I'm going to recheck the best technique point and hold. Beautiful. So that is the best technique, and it's helped to rebalance this list. Oh, now just say, let me just double check. It's said we're back in balance. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't unlock in any other direction. No. So they're all locking. So looking backwards, looking forwards, looking to the left, looking to the right. So when we're checking that center of gravity, it all means something as well. The left side is our feminine side of the body. So it's often to do with caring, nurturing, that sort of thing. The right side is our masculine. So it's about doing, it's about problem solving. And of course, they're very generalizations, of course. So, and when it is one side or the other. So for example, in the past with caring, it just lets me know that in the past, caring has taken it out of you.
Yes.
So it's just been a bit of a challenge occasionally, and funnily enough, we had to reboot from the right side. So sometimes you need that masculine energy to keep you up and running. Nothing wrong with that. We've all got equal of both sides.
Yeah.
So when they're nice and balanced, we just feel good and get stuff done. Thanks, Shelby.
That's all right.